Ducati fans, welcome to this socially distance friendly reminder of things to think about with your bikes before you drag them out and get stuck back into making the most of what's left for the summer. We're going to cover a couple of things to think about with your bikes. We're going to give you a couple of things to think about and consider with your kit and with your own headspace, and then hopefully allow you to make the most of your bikes for the rest of the year. Let's start with battery condition. If your bike's been holed up for the last couple of months and it hasn't been on a trickle charger, we're going to say that's probably the best place to start. You don't want to get all of that kit ready, jump on the bike, push the button and find it's dead. So get the battery on charge and just give it a chance to catch up with itself before you go for your first ride. Next, we're going to move to tyres. First things first, tyre pressure gauge. Get yourself a decent one. If it's good, it'll probably cost you 10 quid and you'll never have to buy another one to replace it. Check the pressures in your tyres and check that the pressures that you're matching them with the manufacturer's recommended settings are cold. I'm guessing you'll be checking a cold tyre pressure. Also, while you're down there checking the tyre pressures, give you a chance just to have a look at the general condition of brake discs, brake pads, wheels. Just get in there and have a look at the bike. Just check that with our resident expert, Daniel.
Perfect, mate.
See what we're doing here. Let's move on to levels. So we're going to check our oil level, coolant level, checking for drips, the level itself. Again, it's usually on your sight glass. Get in the manual or get online, check the recommended manufacturer settings for your particular machine. Next one is fork seals. If the bike hasn't moved for ages, there's a thing called Stiction. It's like friction, but sticky. Your fork seals could have stuck to the fork legs of your bike, and the first time that you move them, they could crack a tiny bit. You get a leaking fork seal, and you're looking for signs of oil weakening down your fork legs. If you've got that, we recommend, aside from the fact that it'll fail an MOT, that you have them replaced as soon as you can. So just a couple of final points. We're going to finish with the chain and sprockets. Get down there, get in the manual, check the recommended manufacturer settings again, check that the chain isn't hanging off, check it's clean, give it a lube. So the final thing we're going to talk about are the weekly checks you should be doing with your bike anyway. Check there's enough petrol in the bike for your first ride, even if it's just to the local petrol station. Check all the lights work. Just have a walk around the bike and check the general condition. If you've got any questions, any concerns whatsoever, your local Ducati dealer will be more than happy to help. So when it comes to your kit, I'll be doing the same as you. I've certainly changed shape during lockdown, one too many glasses of wine. Check everything still fits. Check all the zips, check the pockets, get your helmet out. Maybe a good chance to give it a clean if you haven't already by now. Do all those jobs with your kit that you haven't done for ages. If you do find that some of your clothing is knackered, a split zip, a worn out whatever, Ducati dealerships are open from the 1st of June. There's a stack of accessories clothing wise that they also can sell you. Obviously we're all desperate to ride, but one thing you need to think about was the last time you actually rode a bike properly, and I'm not talking about just going down the shops for a paper. It's a skill that needs to be constantly practiced in order for you to be as good as you can possibly be at it. We've all got a mate who's done the cold tyre shuffle. I've done it. Cheeky crash at the bottom of your own road, not thinking about just giving the tyres a chance to warm up, just giving your brain a chance to catch up with the performance and ability of your machine. The last thing for you to think about is your local Ducati dealer. They're opening again on the 1st of June. They're probably desperate for your business in the same way that you are probably desperate for a couple of bits and pieces. Don't be scared to take your bike to them to have it checked over before you go for a ride. And while you're in there and they're working on your bike, they'll give you a chance to have a look at one of them. Who wouldn't want a look at one of them? Why not jump on one of these and have a ride?